This Deen TV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief, working together for a better world, and by Guidance Residential, the #1 Islamic home financer in the U.S.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Deen Talk. This is your boy Naeem Muhammad, and we're going to go into our next segment. In our whole month, we're going to be looking at Ramadan and different aspects of it. Today, we're looking at Ramadan trends, and no matter where you go, there are people who are either trendsetters or trend followers. At one point, like I told somebody before, in the 80s and 90s, the trend were that kids wore baggy jeans and like XXL and whatever. Nowadays, everything is slim fit or extra skinny or worse. Where kids back in the day would ask mom and papa to take them to McDonald's or Burger King, now kids want to be driven to Chipotle or Starbucks. Now we're talking about the month of Ramadan. What are some of the trends that we're noticing in the community, for better or for worse, when it comes to the month of Ramadan? One of the heated things we just talked about. I mean, first I want to ask you, do you guys notice are there any trends that you've noticed? They can be youth trends, they can be trends that adults are doing in the month of Ramadan. Yeah. Anybody want to jump in there?
I mean, like men's thobes.
Men's thobes,
men's
okay.
thobes, they can become a lot more glittery.
In Ramadan,
yeah,
in particular.
Like, I don't know if you guys like Assassin's Creed. They got like the hoods, and they got the like the 3 shades of black like on the same thobe. And
so the brother, he's like trying to wear his nice thobe for Tarawih
like, I think this one guy had a leather thobe on. It just looked like it was it's interesting stuff, man.
Okay.
So, I mean, so just men's thobes have become from white to like 17 different colors.
You know that these guys when we used to travel in England, there were these guys that had like these they were like these like new age thobes where like the zipper would start here and would like zip this way, and they'd be like, and one looks like a police officer's uniform, but it's like a thobe.
They have like the little things on the top where you could put like a belt or something. I'm like, I don't know if that's a thobe anymore.
All right.
Multi-purpose suit.
Hey, Ramadan. That's wrong. Any other type of Ramadan trends that it could be fashion, it could be food, it can be activities.
Girls' abayas get so much more fancy during Ramadan.
Okay.
Because like normally when I go to the masjid and I wear an abaya, it's like plain black. And then during Ramadan, you see people with like pink abayas and like blinged up and like.
Is that contrary? Is that like, I mean, this is a month where we're like being introspective and kind of like, or is it the celebratory nature of the month? What do you think is
trying to look good for Allah?
Okay.
I think it's celebratory because I think like if you look at other like religious traditions, Christians get really dressed up to go to church on Sunday, and I think it brings dignity and honor to their tradition.
Nice.
And whenever I try to explain to my non-Muslim friends why I enjoy Ramadan so much, it's like people's faces are lit up, their clothes are lit up, like their homes are lit up, like it's just a month full of light. And I think that some people, what they wear is what makes them happy. And wear what makes you happy because it's a month of happiness. So.
Nice.
That got really deep, Mona.
I know, that was awesome. Can we write that down somewhere? Tell the people I want to put that in the next song. So there was a thing that I saw recently, and I want to talk about things like apps or let's talk about one. In the prayer line, and you see the guy. There's groups of readers versus just followers versus. What do you guys feel about that? Now again, not halal haram, but I'm just saying, how do you guys feel?
It's annoying. It's
Really?
distracting because if somebody's next to you, every single time their phone locks, they're typing in their passcode, and they'll like sneak check their messages while they're praying.
I've had people text me in prayer, and it's distracting.
Okay.
I've had a brother pick up his phone during prayer, say, "I'm praying, astaghfirullah," and then he goes back. Like, it's distracting to other people prayer. And like my personal philosophy is like in Ramadan, like I try not to even touch my phone. Like, like it's just a personal thing.
You just got Bluetooth.
My friend did the craziest thing. So he has Google Glass. I don't know so he wore that during prayer, and he pulled up iQuran on his Google Glass.
Really?
So like, he was just scanning Google Glass while he's like this, and he's just like going like, "Okay, Google, Go to
No.
I swear, bro. I swear. You might know him. He works at the mosque.
Okay, let's not out my man. But okay, and you know, for me, I know for me personally, again, not right or wrong, whatever. You know, people are getting, you know, the rulings. They're talking to their imams and they're allowing them or whatever. But I know for me personally, it's a distraction because when someone, I remember the first time I saw it, and it was at our mosque. The first time I saw it, like a guy like pulls out his phone, and I'm like, bro, what are you? Oh, but then I'm like in it with him. But I'm
like scanning your Quran app right next to you.
And then worse when the guy breaks out the iPad and he's like,
Yeah, I don't.
I
feel like here's my personal feeling about it. People will say that it's easier for them or more convenient, but most masajid provide Qurans for you, so you can just go pick up a mushaf if you want to read along. And I just think that like it's less distracting, and
if someone has a book, it's less distraction.
Yeah, because the only thing written on there is Quran.
There's no gadget envy.
Yeah, there's no bright lights showing while you're praying.
Yeah, it's not distraction.
Wait, you still think it's still a distraction even when the guy has the book?
Distraction. Not with like. I don't think either way is bad. Like either way is fine. If you prefer using an electronic device, that's cool. Like it'll run out of battery during Taraweeh prayers if you pray at our mosque. But, like, that's why I would recommend using like a hard copy physical book.
Okay,
yeah,
it's a backup.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you personally. I read from a mushaf when I go home at night. During in Ramadan, I'll read from at home. But in the line, I almost want the mosque to create like an iPad mobile phone row. If you're in this row, stand in row 8. Because I'm thinking the next thing is going to be, we're going to have like prayer rugs on the floor, and it's going to be like going across. You're going to be like reading. It's the next trend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a fan of either.
But again, alhamdulillah, no, I mean, we love you, brothers. This is who choose to. That's your deal. Now, okay, so. Last year, I don't know about you guys. We know normally people have these iftar parties. We talked about that before. But last year, I actually was invited, and even the year before that, to a suhoor party.
Oh yeah.
Suhoor.
Yo, suhoor party every Saturday. Me and my friends, we stay up all night, read Quran, we do qiyam, and then we have like tea and cake. And then suhoor.
Okay.
The suhoor party is.
What do you think about that?
I think it's an older thing.
That's an older thing?
It's an older
Oh, you
thing.
mean a more like an older?
Yeah, because you can go out to people's houses.
Okay,
have, like,
okay. You got to be able to drive.
You gotta be able to drive.
I don't have my license. I can't get to a suhoor party.
No, you can't
What
get
do
to
I
a
do?
suhoor. You can host one.
Host one, yeah.
But that might be a suhoor slumber party.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that.
What would we?
But if you're late to a suhoor party, you're kind of
Late to a suhoor party.
If you're late to a suhoor party, you're done.
Tell them to come for tahajjud prayers.
Yeah.
Come to Tarawih prayers at my house. You'll be there.
Youth qiyam, we have youth qiyam at our masjid.
Okay, so
So all the youth will come and we'll pray qiyam for like a couple rak'ats, and then we'll hang out and play and stuff. And then we all eat suhoor together. And I actually love it because I think there's something to breaking the fast all together, but there's something really powerful to like starting it all together and like everyone getting in the mindset as your friends and like we're gonna set out to do this like as a group.
Okay, well, so you brought the youth qiyam piece up, and I know there's always this debate where mosques will, because I just met an uncle, he was like, yeah, we got the basketball court, so now the kids going to play, when they're Ramadan, they'll have the court the whole month. And I know at our mosque, like, the court shuts down at now. But some people have the kids program versus joining Taraweeh.
Yeah.
Like, that as a trend. How do you guys feel about that? Like, as I mean, again, no right and wrong, pointing fingers at people, but as, do you think it's a good thing having a youth program and during those times?
I definitely think it's a great idea because it really it's just trying to bring kids to the mosque, which is something that is definitely necessary. Trying to bring them to the mosque during Ramadan, be a part of the community, and I think at Adams, it's like you have to pray 4 rak'ah and then you can come downstairs.
Okay, nice.
Go to the thing. Nice. So that's definitely not only is it saying you go and pray Tarawih, but you also pray Isha. But then you can come down and enjoy it with your friends.
Nice.
I think there's a balance.
Have you ever joined in that actual type of program?
I have not actually.
Okay.
Ping pong champion.
Nice. Ping pong champion.
Wrestling
I
champion.
enjoy it. I think that it's important because not tarawih, especially for people of like our generation. It's hard. Like, it's hard to pray that long, especially if you're someone who might not be praying your 5 prayers at home every day, right? Like, that's a huge jump to expect out of somebody. And I think that the programs that we offer for kids, they're not promoting anything inappropriate. Like, they're all healthy activities. I know that sometimes there's a lecture for the kids, like talking about a certain subject or whatever. So I think it's like just a healthy way, like Ahmed said, to keep people in the community.
Yeah, and I think, and I've seen at least at the community. I mean, people don't realize that we're around the same place, but I know that, like you said, it's grown. Whereas it was just a youth program, and then it went like you pray. Like you say, the youth program started after the 4. So the kids prayed at that point, and like you said, then it had a lecture portion to it as well, and they had the games, and so I think it's a good thing because I know there's a lot of kids that look forward to being there, and the other side of it too, not just on the kids side, on the parents side. One is just acclimating your kids to this place that's a cool place that they want to be at, and it keeps them kind of focused, so the parents are focusing on prayer. Because instead of like they know that the youth guys are running after their
definitely.
kids.
I would be careful though. Like back in my day, man, there was some thug stuff going on during like Tarawih prayers, because like some kids don't want to go to the mosque. So like instead of going to the youth program, it's like they're just like up to no good. Started in my neighborhood and then.
But I think that's part of. I think part of that is the part of having this youth program, because if the kids have something to do, like that, maybe they'll get something good out of that. I don't know. That's what
I think that hopefully, in my mind, I hope that our community can get to a point where that's not necessary. Like, I think it's about. I was just thinking the other day, there's a ton of programs going on during like the non-Ramadan months for adults to get them ready for Ramadan. But I don't feel that as a young person that those are offered to me. So Ramadan is the time when all the uncles and aunties like whip out all the Islamic books and they sit down and talk with you. But I wish we would have done that earlier, so I had prepared. When I get to Ramadan, it's like, let me practice some of the things you taught me. I just think that like the way we prepare for Ramadan, we should include those youth more, make it more appealing to them, and then we wouldn't be out doing whatever.
Okay, nice. One of the things I think we talked about earlier too was we did talk about using the apps, not the apps, but the Quran, and not the Quran, but the like iPads and all that stuff during the prayer. But there are different apps and stuff like that people have, and different guides that I'm feeling that it's a great new trend that people are using. When someone told me before, like they're going to read the whole Quran the whole month, for me it was like this huge Herculean task, and never really seeing how to actually tackle it. But I know all these organizations now. I know Islamic Relief and others have these guides that say like you read like 5 pages, and before at suhoor, 10 at lunchtime when you would normally have lunchtime, and it kind of breaks things down like that. I think that's an awesome kind of like new kind of innovation that's available, that's making these type of things accessible. Do you guys know any other things like that?
I usually have an app that gives the event on my phone.
Right.
And usually during the school year that goes off because I can't have it going off like during class or whatever. But like come Ramadan, I'll find my like
middle geometry, trigonometry. Just like
it's happened.
In math last year, just I was sitting in 8th period, and all of a sudden the adhan for dhuhr goes off, and I'm like, oh man! And my teacher took away my phone, and I was like,
okay.
But that's a good. But having that app in the middle of Ramadan is very helpful.
And during Ramadan is like really helpful because I'm really bad at praying all 5 times a day.
Right.
So it's like I have this thing where it's like, hey, you gotta go pray now.
Right.
Yeah.
Go pray. And then it keeps buzzing until I pray.
Oh, really? And I guess it's also really good for iftar time. So you can
how many more minutes till Maghrib?
Yeah, exactly.
My friends and me I work at the Apple store, so we have like our demo iWatches and stuff. I'll get one eventually when I'm not bored anymore. The college student life. But he has his iWatch, and like he has reminders on it for his iQuran app or whatever.
Okay.
So he's like, and then he just like reads it off, and then he like off his watch.
Off his watch?
Yeah, and then he just like, because that way he doesn't have to like pull out his phone. He just reads off his watch. He checks it off, and then he like remind me later in like the her time. It's really, really cool.
Cool. I think as time goes on, I think like you guys' generation, you guys will create these new, different things that will make aspects of this month very accessible to people. And these are the things that I'm looking forward to see are how we'll use technology to be able to forward these really beneficial things in our lives moving forward. So again, thank you guys. And again, as always, we want to continue the conversation online on our website at Deen TV, Deen.tv, and we want to know what types of things that you're seeing, different trends in the community during the month of Ramadan, beneficial or otherwise, and share them with us and share them with the community. Again, thank you for watching Deen Talk on Deen TV, always on, always live. Assalamu alaikum.